Hello, who are you and where are you from?
Kaya Mann from Pensacola, Florida.
All right, and what do you do?
I am the Sales and Service Director for Visit Pensacola.
All right, and has the climate changed much since you were a kid?
Most definitely.
And how has that changed?
We have had warmer winters, longer summers, and heavier rainfalls and more devastating hurricanes.
Yeah, you said earlier that the seasons have changed, like the winter used to be 4 months, now it's 1 month.
Yes, so every year I've noticed through the winter, for the last 6 years, we've decreased our winter from going from 6 months to now we are in 1 month. So every year we've actually lost a month on our winter season here.
Wow. And what about on an everyday basis? Say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most concerned, where would you put yourself?
I would definitely say I'm pretty concerned about this. Being in the tourism industry, it's pretty devastating to see the impact this is having, not only here but elsewhere throughout the world.
And you're in tourism, so has it changed tourism at all?
It has definitely changed tourism in the aspects of when people will be visiting. It gives us a longer period for people to visit this area because our winters have gone from 6 months to 1 month, so they have a longer warmth. But it's also people are now not coming here as much during the summertime because now it is a lot hotter than it used to be. So our tourism pattern has definitely changed with the seasons, how the weather has changed with it. So it's been very and then also too, June used to be our rainy month and July has been our rainy month. This past June we didn't have any rain, and then this July it has definitely rained every single day except for maybe 3 days.
Wow. And then now in August we have this heat blast.
And then in August we have had our hottest summers yet. So it's gotten up to 114, and if you actually measure the heat off the ground, it's radiating at 136. So it's pretty devastating, especially for any outdoor activities, because especially with the humidity, you're going to sweat a lot, so you have to make sure you're drinking a lot. So it's devastating.
And you mentioned something else before our interview, which is there's a fisherman in your life.
Yes.
And your husband. And has this changed his industry at all, or you were mentioning that the fishing nets that you were worried about fishing nets getting into the oceans, but has it changed his? Has he noticed changes?
Yes. So in the fishing industry, it has definitely changed a lot, especially with if you were just seeing it with just the cobia. So cobia is a type of fish. It's a game fish that a lot of the fishermen have fished around this area for centuries. In the last 10 years, we went from having herds or schools of cobia coming through our area to maybe you're only spotting 1 to 3 on a daily basis, which is unheard of. So actually the fishermen have kind of gathered together to stop running cobia tournaments, as well as limiting their amount of time going out to fish. And next year a lot of the fishermen have actually gathered together to say that they're not going to hunt cobia whatsoever, so they can actually start producing more because of how low they are seeing it. So this past year they had 1 cobia tournament, and not in Florida, but it was out of Alabama, and they did not catch 1 cobia during that tournament, which is unheard of, and that is the first time in history that has ever happened. And well, with the nets, I've been educating all of our fishermen that the nets are actually one of the most devastating causes to our waters as well as the fishery. So a lot of them are actually listening to me, and and so a lot of times now they are trying to go out there and clean up their own messes, because if they're the ones causing this, they actually need to be the ones cleaning it, because this is their way of life.
Wow. What about finally? What about the future? Are you optimistic or pessimistic? And is there anything we can do about it?
So I'm staying optimistic because that's just who I am. I'm hoping that, even though I'm just one voice, I can try and make a change. Even in the tourism industry, we are going into sustainable products and all the sustainable things that we can do within our tourism industry in Pensacola. But optimistically, I am staying because I I feel like our future and the young kids of this generation, they are in that mindset of seeing what is happening and the devastation that they can start making those changes and get away from the greed and more or less get back to the nature.
All right. Thank you very much on August 10th here in Pensacola, Florida. Thank you very much.